So in this week's chapter, we talked about scale and we talked about proportion. And this little presentation will help you better understand scale. And then in the next presentation, we'll talk about comparative proportion and proper proportion. So in the chapter, it says, scale is the word we use to describe the dimensions of an object or a figure in a work of art in relationship to the original object it depicts, the relationship in size to the original artwork to the size of the reproduction of the artwork, and the size of an artwork in relationship to the other things around it, which to you sounds like wah, 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 wah. So we're going to step by step break down those three different ways in which you represent scale. So the first one, the dimensions of an object or a figure in a work of art in relationship to the original object or figure it depicts. So I made a painting of a tree. In real life, the tree is 25 feet tall. The tree in my painting is actually 3 feet tall. Actually, the painting's 2 feet by 3 feet, so really it's 2 feet tall. The tree I painted is much smaller in scale than the tree in real life. So now, the relationship in size to the original artwork to the size of the reproduction of the artwork. I made a painting of a tree. My actual painting is 24 inches by 36 inches. When I look at the reproduction of the painting on my computer screen, it only appears to be about 4¼ inches to 7½ inches. The reproduction on my painting, the reproduction of my painting on my computer is much smaller in scale than the actual painting itself. And finally, the size of an artwork in relationship to the other things around it. Some wealthy, eccentric art collectors bought my painting of the tree, which, by the way, as you remember, is 2 feet by 3 feet, and hung it in their entryway. In the center of the entryway is humongous Enrique Olivera tree sculpture that grew so big it busted a hole in their ceiling. By the way, my painting of the tree is much smaller in scale than the giant sculpture of a tree. So I hope that helps you better understand what it means when we talk about scale. And that is the end of our video.